Flyers TV is sponsored by the Bay Hotel. First of all, Todd, you've asked the league to review an incident that happened in the third period on Saturday past there. Why did you decide to do that?
Well, initially we saw what happened in game time and reviewed it in the tape, and we feel that we have a case, but I won't comment on too much towards it until DOPS have their findings. But we certainly feel that it was a dangerous action that needed looking at.
And then DOPS, what have you made of their impact on the league in the last few seasons?
Well, I mean, we've seen kind of both extremes to high suspensions to, nowadays it seems that things aren't as much of an extreme. But I think there's definitely an important role for DOPS to play, that being player safety. I think that certainly in this day and age, hockey's changed, and teams have a big investment in the players that they put on the ice, and as a coach, I think one of my number one priorities is that my players are safe at all times. So to have a governing body watching over that, I'm sure is reassuring for the players and teams alike.
Is that another mark, do you think, that the leagues get more professional down the years?
Well, I think to be... absolutely. I mean, you have to continue to improve and want to get better. I think sometimes it's misguided feeling that more imports makes a better league. I don't think that's the case. I think certainly an independent body that governs the entire league, that is not controlled by any owners whatsoever, would be a step in the right direction. But it all costs money, as hockey is a secondary sport in the UK, whether we like it or not. So that might be a pipe dream, but I think that's something that would definitely make this league, a lot better. But that's just one coach's opinion here.
Just on the subject of ice hockey in the UK, do you feel long term that ice hockey will grow in popularity and become a big sport that can rival sports like football and rugby in Scotland?
I mean, that's hard to say. I mean, all we can do is try our best at the present moment and let the people that control the sport right now worry about the bigger picture, about where it goes. I think that we've seen bumper crowds in a lot of the rinks that we go to, which shows that hockey is very popular right now, and they're watching a very good sport. Whether they'll ever rival football, I'm not sure about that. But no, I think that hockey has a pretty bright future in the UK. I think it's important that as individual teams and as a league, though, that we continue to encourage British development, because after all, that's what hockey should ultimately be played for in this country.
Look at the team at the weekend there. I'm just going to pick out, say, Josh Goon, for example, that's coming. He's got a lot of ice time just now. What have you made of him so far, making more of an impact in the team this year, and what's the long-term plan for Fife Flyers to bring through more younger players from locally?
Well, I'll address Scooney first. Scooney's been with us for a number of years, and for years he's patiently been our extra forward, so to speak. And the times that he stepped in, Scooney's made an impact from, not afraid to get his nose dirty to scoring a couple key goals for us. So he's a player that we've invested a lot of time in, and Scooney's invested a lot of time earning his spot. So for me, I like seeing a player like Josh get rewarded for the efforts. A lot of people don't know the time that he's put in behind the scenes, and that's for a lot of our Brits as well. A lot of these guys have full-time jobs that they have to balance hockey lifestyle around. So a lot of their holidays are taken up traveling on the bus and spare time that they would spend with their family. Now, that's their choice to do that, so it leads to a busy life, but they're not full-time professional. So the sacrifice that they make is something that's much appreciated by this team. And over the 5 years that we've had these guys, they've developed to regular shift players, and I'm very proud of their achievements. As far as junior development go, back in the BNL days, and even before when I came, the likes of a friend of mine, Stephen King, came up. It was much easier for a young guy to get into the British rank, or into the upper flight ranks. Be it even at 14 years of age, you could play with an import or two, learn your trade from a right young age, and feature in the senior team. Now the gap between under 16s, under 18s, and even under 20s, and certainly the Kestrels, And the Elite League, the league that we play in, the gap is, I'm not sure if everybody understands the level of jump it takes. And it's very tough for us to get young players into our lineup. Saying that, over the last certainly 2-3 years, for most training sessions, we've always had a junior development player up with it. Most consistently, the types of players that we found worked out have been goalies. This year we have Andrew Little with us out every single training session. And up until just a couple weeks ago, we had Matthew Farmer and Chad Smith. They'll still feature probably on Tuesdays. But sometimes when we work on our power play and special teams, we need our own space, and we give those guys a break. And we've had various other players come and trial with us at the time. Pretty close links with Stephen Lynch, who I played against and played with, who's now Director of Junior Development. He is an ardent supporter of pushing his juniors through and right up into our system. We've had numerous talks about that, and working close with Davey Smith, who really has his finger on the pulse as far as the young junior players are concerned. So we get a lot of good scouting reports from them. The players that they certainly put forward are players that will get an opportunity with us. And what the young guys have to realize, it's not just about coming out in an extra training session with the Flyers and talking to Stephen and Davey. It's about showing them the entire lifestyle. You no longer just come to the rink, put your equipment on, and go to the onto the ice and show your stuff. It's all about nutrition, stretching, working out, knowing game plans, and being prepared to go out on that ice. So there's a lot more to it now than maybe 10-15 years ago. But those guys are putting that in place in junior development, and the kids take it fast on the uptake. So they seem to think that we have a good bunch coming through here in the next couple of years, and hopefully we can play our part in developing these guys.
I'm looking to this weekend, home to Edinburgh Capitals, a team that we've had a very good home record against. What's your thoughts going into that game?
Yeah, we've had some good success against the Capitals over the years. And this year, Riley's put together a team that's been making a bit of waves, and they've had a bit more success than maybe they've been used to in the last couple of years. And it's good to see another Scottish team be successful in this league. But when it comes to the crunch time and we face each other, it's a team that is in our division, a very close rival over the years, and a team that we set a goal every time we face them to beat. Now, we didn't have the best performance against them. Well, I'll take that back. We played incredibly good for a period, certainly most of the second period. That time we felt a little bit more pressure than we should have, and we let it slip away, and they managed to sneak one out in overtime, and that's a team they've been riding that confidence waves. But we're hoping, we've been playing a lot better hockey the last couple of weeks, and when they come in this building on Saturday night, they'll be facing a different team.
Given the new coach that's coming in, the success they've had this season, is this the strongest Edinburgh Capitals team the Fife Flyers have faced in the Elite League?
Well, yeah, I mean, I would hate to put it against any other teams that we've faced. At times when Edinburgh have been healthy, they've always been dangerous, certainly in their own building. Richard Hartman had his own unique style, and he had that Eastern European style that could be very frustrating to watch and certainly play against. But over the years they suffered with injuries and players leaving. Riley's brought more of a North American look to the squad, and something that we're more accustomed to playing against and seeing on a regular basis. But it's a very competitive team, and they've got off to a great start. Similar to a team they put together a number of years ago before Fife joined the Elite League, when they were riding high near the top of the table. So, it's good to see them doing well, but we're looking to beat those guys on Saturday night.
And just injury-wise, Michael Doors missed the last couple of games. Is he due back in this weekend?
Yeah, well, Michael's going to start skating with us this week, so hopefully we have him back in the lineup for next weekend.
Just that. Thank you.
Thank you.